Investigations in Georgia are at risk of never getting completed.
Many involving discrimination complaints against elementary schools or universities happening because of President Trump's promise to dismantle the U.S. Department of Education. Atlanta News First investigative reporter Andy Parati spoke with parents and advocacy groups about the potential impacts to families.
Chaos erupts on Emory University's campus in 2024 to protest the institution's ties to Israel in wake of deadly attacks in Gaza.
Let them go!
Students arrested for failing to take down encampments.
Let them go!
Isga Mahmood is executive director of Georgia's Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR.
And at that time, the police activity against the students was the most brutal in the nation.
The showdown with law enforcement days after her organization filed a complaint with the U.S. Department of Education's Civil Rights Office, claiming the university was not addressing student discrimination complaints, many of them students of Arab descent who were allegedly harassed.
The problem is that they were targeted for their speech, their political stance, and their origin and their background.
Let's use that same pen.
Earlier this month, President Trump signed an executive order to dismantle the U.S. Department of Education.
After 45 years, the United States spends more money on education by far than any other country, and spends likewise by far more money per pupil than any country, and it's not even close. But yet we rank near the bottom of the list in terms of success.
The president's order could also eliminate the agency's Office of Civil Rights, which investigates discrimination complaints at public schools and higher education. According to the agency, there are more than 500 open investigations in Georgia. That includes 3 filed by CAIR.
These Title VI complaints are filed very sincerely, and they often highlight very dangerous and sensitive and scary situations for students. They're not frivolous.
I need help. I need help.
Nice.
Chelsea Hutchins filed a complaint with the U.S. Department of Education last year on behalf of her 6-year-old son, Theo, claiming the Gwinnett County School District is violating the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, or IDEA, by not providing him with needed resources to receive an education with his peers. Theo, now in 1st grade, has Down syndrome.
And so literally it was passed to bring all kids together, and yet the way that the system plays out, it's like they're just trying to sort and segregate.
Lucas.
Nice.
One of those resources, this device to help Theo communicate through pictures.
Can you find her? They just delayed. They took the entire 2nd year of pre-K, supposedly going through the process of getting him a device, and we got it on the last day of school.
Gwinnett County Public Schools said it cannot respond directly about Theo's case for privacy issues, but wrote by email it does not discriminate based on race, gender, or disability, and follows state and federal laws that protect students with disabilities from discrimination.
My therapists are.
With the U.S. Department of Education's threatened closure, the mother of 5 now worries what will happen with her pending complaint, especially after watching this exchange with the new Secretary of Education, a former executive for World Wrestling Entertainment, when she was asked about the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act on Fox News.
Congress appropriates the money that is going through Title I to IDEA programs.
What's that stand for?
Do you know what? I'm not sure I can tell you exactly what it stands for, except that it's the programs for disabled and needs.
When you heard her say that as a parent of a disabled child, what went through your mind?
I just shook my head. It was just really disappointing, really disheartening.
9 months after CAIR submitted its complaint against Emory, the Department of Education's Civil Rights Office reached a settlement with the university, promising to revise its non-discrimination policies and procedures and how it responds to student demonstrations in the future.
And, that makes the headlines, but the real things that happen every day at K through 12 schools are just as important, if not more important, because those students cannot speak up for themselves.
If the agency is dismantled by President Trump, the Department of Health and Human Services would likely handle special needs programs. We asked the Department of Education what specific programs would be transferred, but did not hear back. If the Civil Rights Office is fully dismantled, parents can still submit complaints to the U.S. Justice Department. We have information on how to do that in this story on AtlantaNewsFirst.com. Andy Pirani, Atlanta News First, investigates.